How do you feel like you were misguided?
I was misguided, man, because I'm thinking like, you ain't got no money, you got to go take something. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to go sell something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, niggas ain't tell me, like, oh, it's cool to get a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's cool to, you know what I'm saying? Like earn a living, like, the right way and shit like that. Like, niggas ain't tell me. And then when I start getting money and shit, like, niggas for sure ain't tell me, like, what I was supposed to spend it on. You know what I'm saying? They just watching me splurge, like, shit. And if I'm gonna buy them something, that's a plus. You feel me? So, I just had to learn, like, sit down and learn, like, man, hey, nigga need some property around this motherfucker. I need some shit that I can call mine, you feel me? Cause, man, jewelry and shit, that shit cool, but that shit ain't nothing.
How long did it take for you to, like, realize this, like, into your career? Like, realize that, like, you were like, maybe I should stop buying all this shit.
I'm just not realizing this shit. Like, real shit, everything I speak on be current. Like the tapes, that like the names of the tape, it be current. Like, Loyalty Over Love, that's how I was feeling when I dropped that. Preacher to the Streets. I always had like a OG vibe to me, people say, you feel me? Like, and I always I be putting game on motherfuckers, like, you feel me? I be showing motherfuckers and telling motherfuckers a lot of shit. Then with In the Meantime, shit, I'm like, okay, I'm finna put this out in the meantime. Like, all my tapes, it'd be like what I'm feeling right then, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I've been feeling real misguided, like, and I'm just not learning, like, damn, the right stuff I supposed to be doing. I'm like, all right, they need to know this, you feel me?
What was like the aha moment where you were like, damn, man, like, you realized that you felt this way?
Shit, like 2 months ago.
Okay, what happened?
Just conversations with old school, like my old school partners and shit in that brand. Like, yeah, man, I just bought this property and shit with the whoop, and they be like, man, they'll tell me like, hey, this how you supposed to do it and with the whoop, and I'm like, damn, why nobody ain't never tell me this? You feel me? So that's when it clicked. Like, oh yeah, niggas been teaching me the wrong shit. They been showing me the wrong shit. So I just want to be different, for real.
You want to make a better way now.
Yeah, I want to make a better way.
You at that age too, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, you feel me?
You're at that age where you got to like kind of put your foot on the gas and kind of start changing things around and shit like that.
I'm an OG now, man. I got to boss up, you know? All
right, man, you 25.
Hey, I'll just make it a C25. You're an OG, where I come from.
That's true, man. That's true. You're blessed.
Yes, sir.
You're blessed. And we're like, okay, so like you're talking about like that during when you put out projects, it's all about like what you're feeling at the time, right? So now I feel like I got to go into like your discography. We got to talk about it. So In the Meantime too, right? That was clearly just to...
In the Meantime.
In the Meantime.
Yep, just finna hold y'all over. You feel me?
Too Deep for Tears.
Too Deep for Tears. Like, growing up, I always had like an attitude to where if I get in a situation where I can't change it or I couldn't prevent it, I'd be like, shit, fuck it. You feel me? Like, Too Deep for Tears, shit. Why cry about it? You feel me?
Okay.
And then who really helped me put it into words, like, and gave me the name Too Deep for Tears, my cousin Timothy, he got locked up. He doing 99 years for a robbery.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And then before he had got locked up, he had just got out. So when he went to jail, we on the phone and shit. He like, man, shit, I'm too deep for tears, shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I've been feeling like that all my life. You feel me? So he really put like how I was feeling in words. You feel me? So I'm like, oh yeah.
That's gotta be the name of it.
That's gotta be the name of the tape.
Got you. We obviously have In the Meantime, the first one, Preacher to the Streets.
Preacher to the Streets. When I was a baby, my mama was holding me at church, and a blind lady stopped right in front of her, couldn't see me or nothing. It was like, yeah, this little boy gonna be a preacher. You know what I'm saying? And me, growing up, I grew up in church and shit, and church was always boring, so I'm like, man, I know I'm not gonna be a preacher in church, you feel me? And then when I started making music and shit, like people come to me like, man, you helped me through this, you taught me this, or, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, maybe she was right. Like, I'm a preacher, but to the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I named it.
Tough. All right, and then Loyalty Over Love.
Loyalty Over Love. Like, that was coming into the game.
Right. Obviously, we're at the early years. We're in 2018 of your career right now.
So around that time, I was feeling like, damn, like, everybody who I thought loved me, they got to be in on some weird shit. You know, I had just signed a deal and shit. So everybody got to be in on some real shit. So that's when it clicked. Like, man, I'd rather somebody be loyal to me than love me. You feel
me? Young and Reckless kind of like explains itself. Yeah. But with Loyalty Over Love, so that was like when you first signed your deal. That was 2018. And you started noticing people were changing around you.
Yeah, people were changing and shit.
How so?
Like, people, like, I was known for years and shit. They never got enthusiastic when they seen me. Like, they didn't get happy or no shit like that. Then when everything started going on, Like when I come in the room, they, hey, how? I'm like, it wasn't just like this 3 months ago. You feel me?
Right.
And then like motherfuckers I tell a motherfucker something, they'll go tell a nigga business. I'm like, damn, I thought you loved the nigga, you feel me? But that ain't loyalty though. Loyalty, you gonna keep them secrets till you die type shit, you feel me? So that's really how I was feeling. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit crazy, that shit clean. I like that shit.